Okay, I apologize for my appearance. Today's been really difficult day. And I'm just thinking about like all the times in my life where I've assumed other people are guilty of things instead of like asking questions, of them. Like talk about it behind people's backs or whatever. Like, why do we do that as people? Like, we assume that they have bad intentions, like intentions to hurt someone else. Because it's actually not true. Because the way we work is like, it's like we've all been living in survival mode, and it's like we're defending our own identity, like, but it's like we're not. Does that make sense? It's like we're not. It's like we're disempowered, it's like that person is trying to put me in a box. I know I did this with my mother. She used to like say things about me, and I was like, that's not. She used to talk about how I didn't talk at all. Like I wouldn't talk to. I wouldn't ask for what I needed, and I wouldn't like talk to strangers and stuff. When I was a kid, I was just like super sensitive. And so she'd, always call me timid and shy, and I don't know, but I always felt like that was like that was wrong that I was like that, but it was just the way I was. And so then when I got older and I would tell her about things I was up to, she'd be like, well, that's not like you. You're timid and shy. And I'm like, I'm not timid and shy. I was just a child, and I knew that I had no power over the situation. So I just like was observing. Anyway, I'm just a very curious person. So I observe a lot of things, but I don't think that makes me wrong. It's like I'm learning. Like, what are they? I don't know. I'm just curious about people. So it's like if I don't have anything to say, then I'm just kind of like in observer mode. And then I write it out or whatever. I used to lay, my sister and I used to share a room when we were, I don't know, for a few years anyway, when we were kids. And I think after my little brother was born, my sister and I used to share a room because we lived in a 4-bedroom house. And there were, 4 kids and 2 parents. So when my little brother was born, my sister and I shared a room, and I would, like, at the end of the day before I went to bed, I would just I would ask her about her day. Well, maybe I didn't ask her about her day, but I would talk about my day, like what was on my mind, We would both talk. My sister was much more outgoing than I was. I was always very sort of introspective. I do like to talk to people. I just am picky about. I don't talk to, I don't know. Not everybody's interested in the things I talk about. So I learned not to talk to everybody. And it's like, I don't know. Anyway, definitely the case at my parents' house. I learned not to talk to anybody there. But that took 51 years. But So I used to talk to my sister about my day and like all the things that I had learned, kind of, which I used to do with my kids, because it was like curious about their day, like, because that's how I learn, is by like kind of, and how I learn about other people, you know. It's like they'll tell me about their day, and then it's like I can see the world through their eyes, in a sense, you know. And then I feel like we're connected that way. Does that make sense? The other night I did I think I talked for like 2 hours to my phone. I made a video just about like what I was trying to figure out, like what my life has been the past 2 years of like falling apart and putting myself back together, like from scratch, like from total scratch. Like, it was like, gosh, so difficult. I felt like I was living in hell. But it's like I finally kind of decided not to hold anything against anybody else, because it's like we're all just doing the best we can. I know I am.